And we're back. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Rita. And this is
Wild Ride.
That was great.
We haven't been in this car for a little bit.
No, we haven't. This is...
Oh, that scared me. I was like, what is that sound?
Oh, yeah. And I didn't care because Jim wasn't home. But you're not supposed to park on the edge between the two because it breaks off the cement or whatever.
Do you think I should move that car? Because I'm slightly in the grass, and I was a little worried if he's a grass. Don't park on the grass.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay. It's just for a little bit of time.
Yeah. Sorry, now that we have our parking situation figured out.
Yeah, and we're driving now. We're good to go.
We're going to go get some food.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We decided I have one car that... I'm driving 2 cars right now.
At the same time.
At the same time. It's wild. But we're going to leave my car at the location so that it's an easy pickup for tomorrow. So it worked out great.
I don't know why this made me think of it, but I have this recurring dream. It's like kind of a recurring dream, but there's always like slight differences with it. But I'm like in the back seat and I have to be driving the car somehow. And it's so stressful. It's the worst dream.
Okay, so I just listened to this podcast and it's on science. It's called Science something. It breaks down different things in a very scientifical way with doctors and whatnot.
Okay.
And this last one, actually it was with my mom and dad, and Casey, we all listened to it, because I had it saved on my Spotify and we were in the middle of nowhere and didn't have service. So I was like, these are your options. Babies, this one or that one. And my dad's like, well,
you
I
don't
guess...
have music saved or downloaded?
Well,
I think all of my songs are downloaded.
Yeah, I had music.
It takes up a lot of space.
But we were like wanting to
Oh, okay.
laugh or learn something.
Interesting. My family would never do that. My dad loves talk radio, so I've been trying to get him into podcasts because there's so many out there that he would love.
That's what I tell my dad.
But he's like, no, because it's not live, so they can just edit however they want.
But they don't, like us.
And I'm also like, they edit it so it's enjoyable for you, like.
Yeah.
And how often is someone on talk radio messing up and it's something they'd no.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
They're being very careful.
Yeah, totally agree. And that's how my dad is, because he listens to...
Oh my gosh, it's a three-legged dog.
He listens to NPR. And I like listening to NPR too. I do enjoy that station, and when I'm with my dad listening to it.
And NPR has some good podcasts.
They do, and that's what I was sending him. I'm like, come on, it's the same thing.
Why are dads against podcasts? Can somebody tell us?
Because it's change. I've learned how much they hate change. But anyway, this podcast, don't worry, it'll be full circle soon.
Okay.
The podcast is about dreams and how you can basically tap into your unconscious and be able to, in a sense, remember your dreams, and I don't want to say change your dreams, but be able to really feel yourself within them. Some people can do that. I've never been able to do it. My sister can, because when we were really little, we had to share a room. Yep. And I had this recurring nightmare that we were at church in line for communion, and I knew as soon as we got to the front and took communion, it would kill us. And we're all in line, and no one... I was really little, because we moved to our new house where we had separate rooms when I was in 1st or 2nd grade. So I was very little, and I was having this recurring dream, and I'd wake up super scared because... And no one in the dream, no one would listen to me, which also is a thing that still happens to my dreams. No one will ever listen to me. That's also... Oh, I was going to say a nightmare. Night terror sometimes.
Yeah. But, so I'd have this recurring dream, and she would always tell me, just notice that you're in the dream, and, either change it or wake yourself up. And I was like, you can't do that, you're dreaming. But, she can do that, I guess.
Okay,
and
so here's how you do it. This is what the dream was.
Okay.
Or the dream podcast was about, obviously some people can just do it without, being so super aware of it. But there was a lot of studies done, and these people tried it out themselves, and it didn't work for them yet. But this is how people are able to, and it's going to take time
time. And now I'm doing it like unconsciously. I haven't tapped into my dreams yet, but I do this technique every single time I wake up
what's
from
the
my
technique?
dream. I'm going to tell you.
Hurry up.
Okay, so every time you wake up from a dream, so wake up anytime, you're supposed to think, what did I just dream about? And if you can, like, you try and remember as much as you can.
Oh, I do that every morning.
Okay, so then most times your dreams, it's your unconscious brain, and a lot of times it has to do with things that are in your day-to-day life, at least some type of aspect of it.
Okay.
So consistent things, maybe like the people in your life are the ones who are in your dreams.
Yeah.
Or your body, or different things like that. And the way to check yourself if you're dreaming or not is to reality test. And they said one is like to breathe with your nose pinched, because like you can breathe that way. That one I don't even understand and couldn't explain well enough. But the one that the other way is you touch yourself in your hand and it stops. In a dream, your finger would go through. Creepy. But knowing that, so like you have to kind of make that like a consistent thing in your everyday life, in your conscious brain.
So I just like constantly just like touch my hand.
Just like randomly.
Whenever I think of it, just like touch my hand to be like, oh, it's not going through.
Yeah, and I've been just doing it like with my pointer finger like on the same hand, and just like kind of I'm not consciously doing it that much, but I'm just like, as whenever I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah. And then, so anytime you wake up, then you're supposed to say, try and remember as much as you can. And then if it's the kind of wake up where you wake up and then you're going to go back to sleep, they said, tell yourself, like, I'm going to remember everything that I just dreamt about, and like make that again another routine that potentially you will go back into that same dream. And what happens, or eventually some people say, is you're able to like reality check if you're in your dream or not, or if you're conscious in your dream, by reality checking. And then you're able to, the whole thing was then you're able to fly, because you can do whatever. So you can alter your dreams. And I'm like, sure, like if all I have to do is tap myself and like figure out if I'm a real person or dreaming, like who knows if it's accurate, but people have done it, and it's a little tap here, tap there, and we'll see if I can tap into it. I'll link the podcast so everyone doesn't think I'm crazy. More crazy than I already am.
Thing I think of is I'm not always in my dreams.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, it's different. Sometimes I'm like,
oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah,
your
sometimes
perspective.
I'm like fully in the dream and I'm like seeing things like through my eyes, but that actually doesn't happen very often. Most of the time, I would say I'm just like observing, and like I can see me and I can see everything else that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes like I'm not even there. I'm just like observing, and like sometimes it's like I can see from this camera angle, and then I can see from this camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not actually a camera, but like that's kind of how it looks, like how it'd switch on like a TV show.
Yep.
And other times like I'm seeing from other people's perspectives.
You're very in tune with your dreams. I just like don't think about them. Like I just wake up and move on. But I'm very interested and curious to like start thinking more about what I'm dreaming about. Yeah, because we know so little about what it is, and like if there are meanings to it. Not even that, but just like to know what's going on in your dream seems fun.
Yeah. And my dreams, why I focus on them so much is, first of all, like they've given me problems because I'll have like nightmares and night terrors, or like whatever you want to call them. But then also like I'll have my dreams also like line up with whatever's going on in my life, like times where I'm feeling like I'm not really loving myself enough, like, those are going to be the times where I'm having a lot of dreams where everybody's ignoring me, or, like, when I was depressed last summer, like, I was waking up screaming,
and I think that's consistent for all humans. Like, it's just how in tune you are. Isn't it that way?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
I am, like, actually so confident about it.
Yeah, you are.
But
I think it's in.
So I've always kind of
everyone.
like used my dreams as a way to like gauge where I'm at mentally, especially like prior to now. I would say that I wasn't as in tune with like my emotions, so it was easier to figure out like what was going on with me through like what was happening with my dreams.
That all makes sense now. Like, I never really thought about it that way until
in the right lane.
Until like you saying it right now. The other interesting thing is, like, I know I used to talk about it a lot on here, like BetterHelp therapy. They have tons of extra courses that you can do. I'm no longer a member with it anymore, but one of them was every morning they had dream therapy at 6 a.m.
Whoa.
And every single morning, and I was just never awake enough to actually do it, but it always sounded very interesting. But I'm sure it has something to do with like kind of processing through your dreams and like what it's telling you, or how you're portraying your life right in the moment or something.
And I've always felt really conflicted with like dream stuff because I have this thing where I'm very skeptical of medical things and that kind of thing, and it always felt a little like woo-woo,
as you say.
Woo-woo, thank you. It always felt a little woo-woo to like be reading into your dreams, and I don't.
But why? It's your unconscious brain,
yeah.
And we don't know. No, like, no one knows yet. There's so much to undiscover.
And I think that's where I got to, like, yeah, it's not completely known, but if it's something that, like, dreams have always, like, literally affected my life, like, when I'm awake, like, what has happened in my dreams, like, really affects me. So, like, obviously I need to work on it. And I think, like, I was scared for a long time to, like, bring it up to, like, my therapist that I've had, because I felt like
shame. They
don't need to, like, worry about that. Like, that seems whatever. But I brought it up to them, and it's been, like, incredibly helpful. So,
I also was thinking, like, how you have struggled with sleep so many times. Like, you're a crazy sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, you think a child's crazy, or, like, you've had people say, like, you're crazy. Like, Rita is wild. And, like, she'll get up and, like, hit someone with a pillow.
Yeah.
Like, she could probably suffocate me.
I hope not, but,
Dang.
like, I've done really wild things in my sleep.
And, like, I used to sleepwalk, and those memories scare me, but, like, Rita and her wildness is just bizarre. But, so I wonder if once you start getting better sleep and different things like that, how that will affect your dreams or remembering them or different things. Because I don't know the true science or the thought about it, but, like, the specific type of sleep where you dream the most, is that REM or deep sleep, one of the two?
I think REM is, like, the deep sleep where you shouldn't be having, like...
REM or deep sleep? Because those are two different
Oh, they're
things.
different?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't know. It must be the deep sleep where, like, you shouldn't be dreaming, you shouldn't be moving around, like, any of that kind of stuff. And that's the sleep that I have been getting.
So
that's why I move around so much, and I have so many dreams.
And that's why, because you're not supposed to have maybe as much as... You're not supposed to have as much for one of them.
Yeah, because for the, like, cycle of sleep, like, I'm missing the part where you get, like, the deep,
actual
relaxing
rested
sleep. Like, I just keep waking up and cycling through the, like, dream part of sleep, which is why I'm always tired.
Very true. I wonder, too, like, someone was telling me about how, like, weed affects it differently, your sleep.
Weed is is the best thing I've ever found for my sleep.
Me too, but my friend was telling me what she thought is that it's the best sleep because you think you're getting the best sleep, but your body actually isn't rested. So I want to do research on that and see like what the science about that, and like deep in REM. And
because I know like alcohol, some people will be like, yeah, I get really good sleep with alcohol, and like you actually don't. And also I don't, like if I drink a lot and like it's the worst sleep ever. But some people think it's the best, and it's literally not.
And like
but
if you pass,
what's good for it?
I think it is. I don't know. I'll have to do like the true research on it.
Yeah, we'll check back
which we will. But alcohol, like, I think maybe people who are the ones who say like, I get such good sleep. Like, are you drinking to the point where you're passing out? Because of course you're gonna pass out, but your body's not getting that. Once again, like
the deep
whatever
sleep.
The sleep is that your body needs to refuel.
Yeah.
So.
But my better sleep journey starts tonight. I got my mouth guard thing today.
Damn, better sleep journey.
Yeah. I'm actually so excited.
Mm-hmm.
So excited.
Amazing.
And it's going to take some time because, like, after a week, I have to, like, move it forward a millimeter until, like, I'm getting the improvement or whatever.
So is it a mouth guard or what is it?
I'll show it to you when we get home, but it's, like, it goes over... Like, a whole thing goes over, like, the top teeth and the bottom teeth. And then there's, like, a metal thing on the side. It doesn't really stick out at all. Like, it's actually going to be fairly comfortable. But it just, like, pushes my bottom jaw forward a little bit so that it doesn't, like, collapse and I can breathe.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting. Again, we'll have to check back with
and then
the results.
She gave me, like, a physical therapy sheet of exercises I should do. Because I also have a weak jaw and tongue. So I have to do some
kissing exercises?
Yeah, I have to make out more. Bummer.
No, you have to French kiss more.
But I'm supposed to do these exercises because when you sleep, you're only supposed to breathe through your nose and your mouth is supposed to like basically seal shut and your tongue should be like at the top of your mouth. But mine isn't, and that's also part of the problem, so I need to work on some of those muscles. And it's just like a genetic thing.
Well, and just being conscious of it now. Like, now that you know that, like, maybe you'll be more thinking about it, like, when you go to bed. Okay, focus on that once you're more strong with your tongue and your...
Yeah, like, I have to build up the muscles first for it to work. Because, like, my tongue, I have she explained it, that I have, like, the opposite of a tongue tie. Like, there's not very much of a tie on the bottom, so that makes the tongue weaker.
Is the tie, like, the little thing that, like...
And, like, most people, when your tongue is resting, it should be on the top of your mouth, but mine isn't. Mine's always on the bottom of my mouth.
Weird.
Because my tongue just doesn't do that.
So, pull it up.
Yeah.
Interesting. On sleep, I have started a new medication, and not recently, but a month and a half ago, and the biggest factor that I've noticed and am so like happy about is I can get up in the morning. It's so amazing.
Do you rocket ship out of bed?
I don't rocket ship out of bed anymore.
You don't have to rocket ship?
The rocket ship never worked.
Yeah, I think...
Like, we should go back to the first podcast that we made when we talked about rocket shipping out of bed.
I actually want to go to, like... This is an announcement to all therapists. Tell your therapist, rocket ship doesn't work, and stop telling people it because it just makes us feel like failures.
Yes. I thought I was a failure. I thought I was lazy. I thought whatever. I thought
and you've had this your
failing.
Entire life. I just had like a phase of it when I was depressed, and even just that little phase, like, it is so defeating. And I can't even imagine having had that forever.
And what we're talking about is, like, you lay in bed because you're depressed and you can't get out of bed. And, like, there's no other word to describe it than you cannot do it. Like saying 3, 2, 1 rocket ship does not effing work.
Like, I would literally be, like, in my head, like, okay, get up, get up, get up. And then another thing they always say is, like, break it down. I'm like, okay, swing one leg off the bed. And I'm, like, sitting there, I'm staring at my leg, and I'm like, it's not going off the bed.
Or, like, therapist told me, set your alarm clock across the room. Did that.
Yeah.
Didn't work. They
Then
said
you just
plug
start
your phone
sleeping
in.
through your alarm.
Yeah, and then I would be used to it and do it all the time.
Yeah.
The amount of days I've had to miss work or had to call in sick or didn't do my self-care, like brushing my teeth and getting ready because I can't get out of bed. Even if I need to, like physically need to, I can't. And I couldn't.
If you've never had this experience, I want you to comb through your mind right now and think of a time where you knew that you should do something and you had the resources and the capability to do it, but for some reason you could not bring yourself to do it. Like whether it was calling a certain person, making an appointment, doing the laundry, like think about that moment and how even though you have the time, you have the resources, you have all the stuff, you couldn't do it. That is the feeling.
Mm-hmm. And
it's not just like a morning where you're like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You can't.
And it's like paralyzing is kind of the best word.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was paralyzed by my brain. And now we know my serotonin levels were off, like really off. And
Yeah.
I wasn't getting the levels that I needed. And it's just amazing. The past month and a half, I can get up. And for my friends to notice and my parents to notice, he's like, are you going to be able to, my dad was like, are you going to be able to get up? And I was like, yeah, I get up in the morning.
No, when we went to last weekend when I dropped you off in Alec,
Mm-hmm.
and you were up before me. That has literally never happened before, ever.
Yeah. And sure, I'm tired, but of course I'm tired because my serotonin levels are off.
Yeah.
Like, duh. And I'm depressed as hell. Like, it's just crazy.
Espresso.
And I'm just, obviously I've had a lot of like life changes too, but it really was a clear example of a medication that has made my life better. And it feels silly. At times, I'm not ashamed of it, but I know it could sound silly. Like, oh, I can get up now.
It just sounds silly because there's so many people who don't take mental health seriously.
Mm-hmm. Or like could empathize even with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very, very thankful for Zoloft. I'm now a Zoloft queen, but
Ooh.
I'm sad we're not Lexapro buddies anymore. But
That's okay.
I needed this little jump up in the SSRIs.
Yeah.
Now we're thriving. We got to check back with our pals when hopefully I can still get out of bed and you are sleeping rested through the night.
And we find out if weed is good for sleep or not.
Oh yeah, we will get back to you on that.
If it's not, I'm gonna be so freaking mad.
I'm gonna be sad too. But like my dad takes it for sleep every single night and he's thriving. Like he hasn't thrived more. And he gets, I really think maybe it's a certain type too. I know there's like indica
The different
and
strands, yeah.
sativa. So we'll get back to you.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna go enjoy some yummy food.
Yeah, thanks for thinking about dreams and sleep with us.
Oh, I want to sing the song. Dreams, dreams, dreams. What's it from?
Shark Boy.
Yes!
Lava Girl.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Dreams, dreams, dreams.
We might have to watch that.
Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Little baby Taylor Lautner.
Ah. Okay.
Goodbye. We love you.
Love you. Sleep well.